I'm live. Hello. Nobody's here yet. It's just me on my own. Look in the camera, Richard. Look in the camera. Yeah. Hi. Hi, Paul.
Hello, Richard.
Are you testing the sound, Paul?
I haven't even got a notification.
Well, just tune in, Paul.
There it is.
Thank you so much. Now, I have no idea what the controls are doing.
Yeah.
You can hear me, Paul? Thank you. Hello, Geraldine. Thank you. I'm just getting used to the controls. Hello, Carol. Hello, GL Hunter. Hello, Debbie Ann. Hello, Anno. Hello, Moon Spinners. Hello, Jennifer. Hello, MJ. Welcome to a live show.
And Anita.
Anita. I didn't see Anita. Hello, Anita. Hello, Marina. Hello, Monica. Hello, Jane. Yeah, well, you know, hello, Adam. I'm trying to ramp things up, seeing as I'm now unemployable. And it has been a while. I mean, let's look back. I did I think it was over a year, wasn't it? A year every Friday. So for around a year. So I'm getting back on the horse or vehicle, whatever. Hello, Carol, Emma, the Veranda Files, Whitson's mom, Susie Manuzzi. I like that. Yeah, well, here I am. Oh, Paul. I think I need a tissue. Oh, no, I've got one. I've got a tissue. Hi, Tina. Yes, always a tissue needed in this house. It's bloody cold tonight. I can tell you, it's totally cold. Hello, Layla. Thank you, Anita. Yeah, it's one that I've been meaning to do for a while because I use the fan virtually every day in the winter to keep the condensation down. And I thought, how many people know that you can do this like a demister? So I thought I'd do a little video, a small video, easy to make, easy to upload, only 3 minutes, something long. I tell you, it is brass monkeys. It really is tonight. We've got our little heater on over in the other side of on the other side of the room, just to take the chill off. But yeah, it is. It's really, really, really cold. We've got an easterly breeze blowing, which is making it feel extremely cold. Hello, Thomas. Yeah, I think it is a great idea, actually. When anybody's ever seen me at home do that, my sister, for example, she went, oh, you can do that. I said, yeah, it's just like a demister. Hello, John. Yeah, it is. Well, he's over the other side of the room, settled into the sofa, so he's not going to do that. He's not going to move. Not now. Anywho, when I'm doing live on my own, I'm free to say whatever I want to say and do whatever I want to do. If I want to run around the room in a long line bra dressed as Liberace, I can do that.
Yeah. Like last night.
Really? You wish, Paul. Yeah. So I thought I would make this a new regular thing again. Maybe not every single Friday, but thereabouts, you know, why not? I'm now a free agent. I can do whatever I want. Hello, Karen. Debbie Ann, no, I haven't made a fire tonight. We don't have a huge amount of coal left, and I don't really want to buy any more. So we're going to make do with our little electric heater, which really does work. And on a low temperature setting, it's fairly economical. It's not too bad at all. So that's a good thing. It takes the chill off. Hi, Rebecca. Well, thank you, Layla. That's the way that we used to do it. many years ago now, every Friday without fail, I would pop up and do very often 2 hours, but I'm going to try and keep this one short. You know, I only want to do sort of half an hour, 40 minutes. Cue cards, Jane? I don't think so. I don't need cue cards. No, I can talk for hours about absolutely nothing. I really can. That's a talent that I have, that I developed over many, many years. How's my day been? My day's been okay. Started it making a video this morning, making the condensation video. And I think you can actually tell I'd just really woken up because I was looking rather rough, I have to say. I was quite surprised when I played it back. I thought, God, I look 10 years older. But I think that's how I look in the morning generally. That's why Paul always has a look of fear on his face first thing when he sees me. Yeah. Hi, Alison. Oh, yeah, God. I mean, the thing is, I could never work to a script. I find it really difficult to follow a set of notes or script. I find it much easier just to talk about things. For example, I am preparing a video on customer service because, you know, I've been in service for 40 years and have trained customer service. I was at the BBC and I was a trainer, and customer service was the course that I trained, as well as telephony. And I thought maybe I should do a video on this. So I did a little bit of rehearsal earlier on today. And even with 1 page of notes, minimal notes, I found it really difficult to stick to a structure. So I prefer to talk off the top of my head. Okay. No, I haven't, Carol. I haven't agreed to a leaving do. I don't think I'm going to do a leaving do. It's wooden. It's a wooden base. Yeah, it is. How do I get the comments back? Paul? Oh, okay. Hi, Mark. Hi, Karina. Let me just make sure I've got all the comments. Yeah, just to go back to the leaving do thing, I've been asked by a couple of people, and you know what? I kind of feel as though I've already moved on. It's only been a week, but I haven't really thought about anything to do with work. Hi, Anne. Nice to see you. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. No. Hi, sis. First time you've caught a live. Well, welcome, welcome, and I do hope I don't disappoint. I'll try my best not to. Hello, naturally, Libby. Good evening, Wendy. Hello, Lynn. Welcome, welcome. So on the live show, it's just me chatting about anything that takes my fancy. We're going to do about half an hour or so. I'm going to continually keep wiping my nose because it's so blooming cold, and that's what happens when you get to a certain age. I've talked about it before. I now know why my granny always had a tissue in her sleeve. I know why. Because you get to a certain point in life and your nose just runs all the time. It's really inconvenient, and especially when I'm about to eat, whether it's a hot or cold meal, whether it's winter or summer, the nose just runs. It is called something. I actually looked it up the other day, you know, Paul. And there is a condition, especially when you're about to eat.
Right.
Yes, there is. It's true. There's nothing you can do about it, but there is a condition. So, yeah. So, how has this week been? It's been just over a week since I quit my job. And the weeks leading up to that were probably the most stressful. This week hasn't been stressful, and I've noticed a few things.
Gustatory rhinitis.
Yes, that's it. That's the condition. Gustatory. Not sure what that means, but yes, that is a
Gus-
condition. Yeah, gastro.
Gastro.
Yeah, I've noticed certain things since I left work. I certainly don't feel as tense generally. And I kind of noticed that I must have been tense and stressed for quite a long time. And without knowing it, sort of internalized stress. I just feel generally a little bit more relaxed, um, a little bit more calm. I'm sort of dealing with things in a maybe slightly different way than I used to, but it's only been a week. And of course, I've got the rest of February booked as annual leave. So I am technically still employed by them, but I'm on leave. And then at the end of February, it will then cease. I haven't really heard anything further from anybody at work about a potential appointment, i.e., new type of job. But as time goes by, I'm sort of thinking, you know what, I'm not going to necessarily want to go back. What do they say? Never reread a good book. I've reread loads of good books. Maybe that says something about me. Maybe that says something that I'm on some level willing to go back over things. But this time it feels different. I'm not up for it. And you know, I think I said it before in my vlogs, it's not my first time at the rodeo. You know, I've been made redundant twice. I've walked out of, I think this is the second job that I've walked out of. I walked out of my job at the BBC through, well, not similar circumstances, because otherwise I'm going to start appearing to be a certain type of person who walks out of jobs, and that's just not me.
Well, not after 18 years.
No, exactly. And it was a toxic environment at the BBC. It really was very toxic. Whereas the job that I've just left wasn't toxic. It wasn't an immediate toxic environment. It was unfortunately management that had become toxic. Toxic and very demanding and very dictatorial. I think that's the word, isn't it? Yeah, like a dictatorship, telling people what they would now do as part of their jobs and enforcing it to the point of threatening disciplinary action. I'm not up for that. That's not my bag. That's not how I work. That's not how I function. And it's been really interesting to see all the comments of support that people have given me, and to hear about other people's experiences with similar situations. And I just think it's appalling that any organisation can treat its valued employees in that way. And I think sometimes you've just got to stick up for what you believe in and for what you think is right, despite the consequences. And I think I've said it before, I'm in a fortunate position that I've got a few quid stashed away for a rainy day, and this could be deemed as a rainy day. So, yeah. So I'm quite happy with my decision at the moment, and that's the reason why I'm trying to ramp up the social media and do more videos. You know, we went through a period a few years ago of making a lot of videos to really build up the channel. We really worked hard. I think one of the hardest weeks that we did, I think we made something like 12 videos in a week, because we knew we needed to keep on pushing forwards to build the channel, because it's incredibly hard to build a YouTube channel. And it's hard if you don't have a sort of niche specialism. We decided to be a sort of variety channel because our lives are filled with so many little threads. you know, so many different bits and pieces that we enjoy and do. So we wanted the channel to reflect our lives. And I think we've achieved that, but it does mean that growth is slow. You know, it's never really sort of catapulted itself forwards. It's grown at a snail's pace. The only time we've seen anything significant was when we've had a couple of videos go viral. And one of those was the storm video from 2018, wasn't it? May 2018, when we had an amazing storm, and that went viral, and that gained quite a few new subscribers. So yeah, you know, just hoping to push forward, bring new content to you, try and resurrect our cookery series, you know, come up with some new ideas, hopefully, and also do the old helpful hints around the house. So we've got another one coming up. I've got a job that I need to do tomorrow, which I'm hoping to film. I'm not going to say what it is, but that's another helpful hint. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully more content coming up, hopefully a little bit more money to be earned. And I'm going to sort of think about my future as it unfolds and try and be in the moment. Yeah. Now, I've not seen any comments go past, Paul, for a while. Is that the truth of the matter?
No, there's lots of comments
Oh
coming
dear,
in.
why am I not?
They're all saying they're not really enjoying it, and
I'm not seeing anything at all. All messages are visible. Let me have a little look.
Well, there's Michael from Wilmslow.
I'm scrolling back. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys. None of these comments have been appearing at all.
Lots of thumbs up coming up.
Okay, good. Thank you for the thumbs up. So, okay. So Michael from Wilmslow. Michael, my family is from Wilmslow. I was born in Knutsford. My mum, when she was a child, lived on Lacey Green. And then later my grandparents lived on Welton Drive. And yeah, we moved to Macclesfield when I was 3. But my family is still in Wilmslow. My cousins and aunt live in Wilmslow. So yeah, thank you for your comment. Okay. I do have time for more crochet. I've got time for more to try. I'd like to really try to expand my knitting skills. Yeah. The sound is quite low. Well, I don't know how I can change that. I don't have a microphone sound increase button. I put it onto full now. Is that better? Yeah. Is that better? Yeah. Well, you can turn it down, Paul. Now you've done the test. Honestly. Knutsford city limits. It's actually Knutsford spelt with a K. Good. I'm glad the sound is okay. Good. Good. So yeah, that's me at the moment. That sort of caught you up to speed. On some levels, it does kind of feel a little bit weird. But also bear in mind that I have been part-time. I mean, yes, I did quite a lot of full-time work over the past 2 years, but I have been part-time. So the beginning of the week feels a little bit strange, and it's quite nice not to have that Sunday night feeling of, oh God, I've got work tomorrow. But this is a different kind of work, and I'm trying to view it as work. So yeah, prepare to see a glut of videos come from me. So I apologize in advance, but that's what you've got to do. You know, YouTube loves it when you upload more content, and it would have everybody burn out very, very quickly if you were to follow all the suggestions that YouTube makes. Now, I'm not dissing YouTube. I'm very grateful that we have this platform. Excuse me, I just need to moisturize my lips. I tell you, that's the thing. The only negative about having these little fan heaters is they're very drying. You see, I'm not getting any comments, Paul. They're not coming up. You see, I've got all messages visible, yet then it disappears. Yes, it is, Vivi Balm. Sorry, having a little look back through the comments. No, Paul's not hiding. I'm doing the show tonight, okay? Do I like the $6 Million Man? I was obsessed with the $6 Million Man as a child. I had the action figures. I had several action figures, including Oscar Goldman. I had the little spaceship that he used to plug into. I had everything. I loved it. You'd love a series on retro gaming computers and the music. What, you mean from me, John? I wouldn't be able to do that, I don't think. Have I ever been to York? No, I haven't. Paul has, I haven't. Paul's been around the country quite a few times with theatre stuff, so he's been to many of the theatres. Thank you, Rebecca, for watching the shorts. I just wanted an opportunity to maybe earn a few extra pennies, so I thought, why not shove the shorts onto YouTube? Hi, Caroline. You found the live now, that's good. Rebecca, you've got 53 subs on your channel. Well, that's good, well done. We found it incredibly hard at the beginning to build any subscriptions. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking through the comments, everybody, sorry. Thank you for watching the shorts. Well, I do try to make the editing relatively good. I'm not a filmmaker. I'm not a videographer. I know I'm a pretty good photographer now, but that's taken many years to build that skill up. So, you know, I do try to edit, and I do try to put popular music on. Somebody asked for classical music, so I did a couple with classical. You know, it all takes time. And very often when you're out filming stuff, it can be quite difficult to get into certain angles that look good. There are other people around, so you're trying not to film other people. It's kind of quite challenging to do filming, you know. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, yeah, I try. That's all I can say. You know, I try my best. And also, what you've got to understand is that we don't have unlimited money to be traveling around and going to exotic locations and stuff like that. We don't have unlimited funds to be able to do that. So we do very often visit the same places that we know and love. But I have thought about this and thought, you know, what other places can we visit that are local, that aren't necessarily in the middle of London, um, that we can bring to you, you know? So Vanessa is the owner of For Earth's Sake and the Great Green Barn that Paul works for. Now, I actually knew Vanessa when I was a teenager. I auditioned for her at the Crew Lyceum Theatre. And I can't remember why it was, but I was the wrong age and she couldn't take me on
You'd need a chaperone.
because I was too
Young.
young. Yeah, that was it. So when I re-met Vanessa, it all fell into place and was rather strange and rather, you know, it was a synchronicity. It was very interesting. Well, London has got a lot to offer, but again, London is quite a difficult place to film in because there's a lot of people. So you're always trying to avoid filming other people because really that's a bit of a no-no. But the surrounding areas of London, we live on the outskirts of West London. We're as far as you can go west in London with a London postcode. There are still a lot of places in this area that we can visit and bring to you. So that's what we're going to try and do. Yeah. I'm getting the comments now. They're all coming through. Hi, Lucy from the States.
Wendy from Southend-on-Sea.
Hello, Wendy from Southend-on-Sea. Now, Wendy, I have a story about Southend-on-Sea because I lived in Southend-on-Sea for about, I don't know, I think it was about 6 months. I lived on Burnaby Road in a bedsit, just off the seafront. I have very fond memories. It was 1987, I think, and it was a really, really, really bad winter, and we were snowed in for about 3 days. So yeah, and it was deep, deep snow. Even the sea front froze. Yeah. Hello, Kim from Chicago. Hello from Italy. Question is, the question, would you move away from London? Yes, we would move away from London. No problem at all. Yeah, Southend, I was with a friend and we moved down to London, and our other friend who lived in Southend, who lived in Thorpe Bay, got us a bedsit. And we lived there for a few months, and then eventually we moved to Tooting, moved into London, lived in Tooting Bec. So yeah, it was an awful long time ago. Was it 1987 or 1986? I can't quite remember. Was it the beginning of 1987? Yes, it was the beginning of 1987 that there was a bad winter. Because later in 1987 in Tooting was when we had the hurricane. Yes. Yeah, Burnaby Road, gosh. I remember walking. We had to get the coach because we couldn't afford the train. So we were working at Ticketmaster at the time, and we had to get the coach from the coach station. So I remember walking back to Burnaby Road in the dark from the coach station. And yeah, I have some fond memories of Southend. Yeah, it was kind of quite a cool place, especially in the summer months. Yeah. Yeah, that storm. No, goodness me, we didn't meet in 87. We met in 93, Paul and I. This was before Paul. Yeah. BP. Hi from Castleford in West Yorkshire. Been cold but lovely. You spent the day gardening. How lovely. Yeah, well, as I say, Jane, I was in Tooting Bec and we were living on a road called Drakefield Road, and we were in an attic flat, my friend and I. And yeah, I remember the landlord coming up to say, "Is my roof still on?" Which it was, but I remember looking out of the window and seeing the trees bent over. And of course, we lived quite near to the common at Tooting Bec. And normally, when you walked from where our house was, which was the common end of Drakefield Road, normally you could see the trees on the common, but you couldn't see the common. That morning, you could see the common, and I was one of few people who managed to get into work that day. Yeah. And then I think was that storm when Oxford Street was trashed?
What, the Mayday riots?
No, the hurricane. Oxford Street, I'm sure, was trashed. Things were blown out, windows were blown out. It was just a mess, a complete and utter mess. Unbelievable that time. It really was. Will we have an allotment? I'm sure we will. Yeah, Ticketmaster, that was a long time ago. A long, long time ago. Hello, Summer. Welcome. ICU. Yeah, I think London is a very different place now. A very different place. Yes, Jane, I actually remember the moment the power went out because my flatmate woke me up and we turned the lights on in the flat, and it must have been in the middle of the night. And the lights started to flicker and then the power went out. Now, I had a Walkman with a radio on it. And in those days, you could tune into the police and we could hear the police reports of there's a tree down in this road, there's a tree down in that road, da 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 da. So yeah, that was a very exciting evening. Caroline, would I have a job as a life coach again? Well, I have thought about it, but it would take an awful lot of work to gain clients now. I'd have to advertise, word of mouth would be difficult, and I would have to give up a significant amount of my time to coaching. Yeah. I could take on a couple of private clients, I guess, but I would also have to pay insurance as well. So that would be an additional cost that I'd rather not fork out for. What I'm trying to do, and there's been a lot of suggestions made to me, and one of the suggestions was maybe I could do voiceovers, and a lot of people suggested this. What you've got to understand, and I don't mean to sound patronizing or condescending in saying this, but what you have to understand, it's a hugely competitive market, and a lot of the agencies already have a glut of artists many of which are very established. So getting voiceover work would be quite difficult for me as somebody who is an unknown person. Yes, I do have a body of work on YouTube, but doing voiceovers is a little bit different and does require quite a bit of work. Plus, a lot of people do voiceover work from home, And in order to do that, you do need a studio setup. I do have that. But you also need a soundproofed room because we are constantly plagued by planes. So,
Kids
sorry?
and kids and work.
Planes, kids, and building work. So you need a soundproofed area to do that. So it would be challenging for me to do that and costly as well. So it's not something that I am considering. Hi, Thomas. Yeah, a plane's just gone over. Is there remote work in the UK? Yeah, there's all sorts of jobs. But what I was building up to say is that I really want to try and focus on what we're doing now. Because I have the kind of personality that can spread itself a little bit too thinly and never really focus on what's important. And what is important at the moment is that we focus on what we know and what we're working on at the moment. And that's not to say I'm deliberately staying in my comfort zone, because believe me, it stretches me all the time doing YouTube stuff. But yeah, it's a time to focus on what we've already got and to build that up and to really have a good crack at it. Then, if that doesn't work, then I'll have to start looking at other options. Well, again, independent customer service training is something that I could do. But again, you've got to build up your contacts. You've then got to decide how much time you're going to spend on doing that. I have done independent corporate training many years ago when I was a coach. I actually was involved in a culture change program for the health insurance company HSA. And that was good money. But those kind of jobs don't come along very often. And very often they rely upon you having already got a reputation in that field. And I don't have that on my side. So, we could go on suggesting options till the cows come home. But really at the moment, I want to focus on what we're doing at this time, which is YouTube and social media. Yeah. Well, thank you, Lucy. I'm glad you enjoyed Wiley Wednesday. Yeah, I don't know whether we'll resurrect that or whether we'll just move forwards by doing sort of random videos rather than a specific series, because when you do a series, you kind of commit to it, and sometimes it doesn't always fall into the pattern of how the week's going, you know? Even though I do want to settle down into some form of routine, I also want to allow for a little bit more spontaneity in my life as well. So, yeah, I'm just letting things sort of settle down into this new routine and seeing what presents itself and looking at the things that I can do that are well within my power to do. For example, when I did the video a couple of months ago about drying the washing with a fan, I had an inkling that it might do fairly well, but I had no idea it would do 42,000 views. So things like that, it's, you just do what you think is going to do well. Well, we do have consistency already, I think. I've done my vlogs as a regular thing. Sunday chat always comes out early on Sunday morning.
Sunday chat!
Oh, Paul, not now. And Paul does his week at the plot. So we do have a backbone. But, let's see how things happen, Sometimes you have to go with the flow to begin with. and see how things roll. I like a bit of spontaneity in life, but I also like a bit of routine as well. Hello, Helen. Thank you. A Fanny Craddock type show. What, where I boss Paul around, you mean? That's
Just turn the camera on
that's
daily.
quite easy to do. Yeah, I am trying, Jane, to try and be measured with things. But I've had a list of video ideas for a while. I'm just trying to hone those and, start producing them. And also looking at it as a day of work. I do enjoy filling the day. But also, there has to be some perks, Deciding to have an afternoon nap when I want to is one of those perks I'm looking forward to. Yeah. Thank you, Caroline. Yeah, I think so. I think I need some decompression time. Absolutely. Well, Jeanette, we did a lot of decluttering before we put the house on the market a couple of years ago. There is more to do. So, yeah, that may happen. That may happen. I did like a bit of Fanny Craddock. Yeah, definitely. She was amazing. She was an awesome force of nature. So, we've got 138 people watching. Thank you, everybody. That's a huge number of people. I really wasn't expecting that many people. And we've been going for 40 minutes now. So it's time to start tying things up. I did say that, MJ. Yeah. Well, I shall try, Helen. I shall try to deliver what I can. Just keep your eye out for stuff. It could be fairly random. It could be fairly structured. We'll just have to see how it goes, So, yeah, I'm going to start saying goodbye because this process always seems to take a little time. So, first of all, before I say goodbye, before I bid you adieu, I'd just like to say thank you for all the support that y'all have given me over the past couple of weeks. It has been really supportive. And, one of the things that we're really proud of is that we've built up this community of friends online that we really value. Because, and I've said this before, without the viewer, there is no YouTube, There just is no YouTube. There's absolutely no point in doing anything. So the viewer makes everything worthwhile. And it's very heartwarming to know that you're all out there supporting us. And we sincerely do appreciate it. It's not all about the money. It's about the community. I mean, it's nice to get paid, although I've said it before and I'll say it again, never rely on an income from YouTube alone, because it's up and down. Basically, that's how it goes. So yeah, thank you for your support and thank you for joining me this evening on the live show. It's really, really lovely that so many people want to watch, and I've really enjoyed it. I enjoy talking to y'all. What about TikTok? I've never gone down the TikTok route, so yeah. Thank you, Lucy. I'm glad it feels safe for you. And I don't think we've had any trolls, have we, Paul?
No, other than me.
We've not had any trolls. God, honestly, it's a sign that you've made it when you get trolls. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to say goodbye now. No, you put the phone down first. You put the phone down first. Not me. No, me. I will do it. I'm going to put the phone down. Yeah. That's what it's like, isn't it? It's going to be me. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for your comments. I'll see you all, hopefully, this time next week. And I'll see you for my vlogs on probably Saturday, and we'll see you for Sunday chat in the early hours of Sunday morning.
Sunday chat.
Yes, all right, Paul. Bye. Remember to watch all the adverts when you watch our videos. Thank you. Mm, 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 mm. Love you. Bye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye now. I'm going to click the button.